We rehabilitate veterans that have PTSD. And that was then that he said he had not paid attention to a single thing I said for an hour and a half. But in the last 5 minutes, when I talked about we rehabilitate veterans with PTSD, their suicidal, their depression, anxiety, and all that, he said he paid attention. And then we did a raffle where one person was going to win a ticket to come to the event, and apparently he told everybody up and down, there's 200 people in the room. He told everybody up and down on his row, I'm a veteran. I've got this problem and I'm going to win that freaking ticket. I don't have money. I need this. I need this. I need this. And we did the raffle and the university, he wins the ticket.
No.
100 people. He comes to our program, which is Breakthrough Mastery. And we also have another program called Top Producing Faster to Your Wealth and Freedom for entrepreneurs. He comes to our program. It's basically based on neuroscience, neurolinguistic programming, timeline therapy, hypnosis, healing, healing and learning how to become the best version of yourself and achieve your goals. He comes to our program and it was a challenge because he had a lot of, I won't get into the gory stories, but in war, you're exposed to the worst, very worst of humanity, the graphic details of what he shared on stage. I could see the effect on everybody in the room, and we think we have problems.
Yeah,
you
no
you
kidding.
have problems, and I don't want that because the images are so graphic. But we went through the process. He actually went through an NLP certification, timeline therapy certification, where you heal yourself, you become the best version of yourself, and you learn how to do that for other people. From there, he went and got a job. So he was in a good place, got a job, from that job, he bought a car, he created some more opportunities, got 2 cars, if I remember correctly, bought 2 cars. He had lost his house. He went back to the VA, did what he needed to do, got a house, and then he actually fought for custody of his kids. Would you believe he got full custody of his kids back? And it was roughly around this time people told him, you'll never amount to anything. Before he'd done the breakthrough, he had a dream of getting a college degree. You'll never be able to succeed in life. You're never, you have such severe PTSD, you can't even sit through a 1-hour talk, let alone go through a 4-year university. You can't do that. That same man graduated magna cum laude with a 4-year degree.
Wow. And this is all after going through your program.
Yes. And I forgot to mention one piece. This is after he had tried to commit suicide, right? So before I met him, he shared with me, and he shared on stage in the seminar, that he had tried to commit suicide 3 times. The 3rd time that he tried, he literally put a rope to the ceiling and the only...
He tried to hang himself. Oh my goodness. I can tell that's choking you up. Yeah. That's tough. That's so tough.
The rope broke.
But the rope broke. Okay.
Because he was overweight and it couldn't hold his weight.
Wow.
And he shared that he was upset and angry that he wasn't good enough to end his life.
Yeah. And I've heard that from people too, that when they're unsuccessful at committing suicide, that kind of messes them up in a way. Wow, I can't even do this right.
Yeah.
And that's, oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that. The homeless has always been a topic near and dear to my heart, because my brother was homeless for a very long time. Wow. And it was all due to mental illness. And fortunately, where I live in Virginia, the county has a program, and they were able to get him an apartment. And for the first few years, he had multiple people stopping by multiple times a week to check on him, to make sure he was okay, and got him on the correct medicine and just all of that. And he's fine today. And, But it was probably 30 years of, in and out of being homeless. It's tough as a family member too, when you can't do anything to help them, because a lot of times in that situation, they won't help themselves.
Right.
And you have to, it's that difficult, tough love that you have to give, because they have to want to help themselves. And that was the situation that we went through, that he didn't want any help.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do anything about it. But that's just incredible. Well, let's move on, because we've got a lot to talk about, and I don't want
Got a lot to talk about.
my listeners, I know they're used to shorter episodes. Just real quick, how on earth were you knighted by His Royal Highness Prince Rafael of Spain as an honorary Knight of Merit of the Royal Order of Constantine the Great? Like, where did that come from?
Constantine the Great and Saint Helen. Yes.
Saint Helen. Yeah. Where did this come from? My goodness.
I got a call from John, a entrepreneur leader. He has a financial services company. So I had trained his company. So we've trained, a lot of the real estate companies, the number one offices, the number one agents, Century 21, Williams, Remax. We also train New York Life, WFG, World Financial Group, Patrick David's company, PHP. So I've been doing a lot of work for a lot of time, coaching companies on not only how to be successful, but also how to make a difference in the world, how to empower people. And I think just the body of work, whether it's the homeless in America, the work with the veterans of PTSD, we also support Thorn, Ashton Kutcher. You talked about Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore started an organization called Thorn for eradicating child trafficking, which, as you know, right now is a very big hot topic.
Yes.
With the Freedom, which is a great movie. So I've been doing a lot of philanthropy and success coaching for many years. And